Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Ms. Mega. Thank you very much for the chance is given to our group. We are from Group D, and today we are going to present our topics with the title is Teaching Grammar Using Quizzes. But before we start our presentation, we would like to introduce our group member. I myself, Aurelius Santotinus Agung with the number 159, and my friends, please introduce yourself.
I am Finka with student number 131. And next.
I am Clara, student number 127.
I am Modesta, Yuni Agudiana, OOH. Thank you.
So this is the table of content of our material. The first is introduction, and the second one is the definition of quizzes. The third, how to use quizzes, and the last one is conclusion. Next, please. Introduction. So why grammar is important? This is the best question. So grammar is necessary for communication that we need to take place. Without following the structure that govern the sentence, our language would be chaotic. However, it is important to highlight or underline the grammar should be learned together with the meaning and context of the language. So without the context and meaning, our language would also be meaningless. So therefore, when we learn and teach grammar, we need to pay attention or focus to the other aspect as well. Next. Here are the several types of the media when we teaching grammar using quizzes. The first is object, and the second one is the third. The third one is visual aids. Photo, we can use photo or maps. And the next is written context using gamification, and also it can be used dialects. Next.
Okay, thank you, Ka Aurel. So here we are going to talk about quizzes, the definition of quizzes. So I will show you the next slide. So what is quizzes? Quizziz is a free tool. It works on any device, web browser, iOS, Android, and Chrome apps. You can access hundreds of ready-made learning quizzes or create your own. Join as a teacher, pick a question or a quiz, and use the code for a virtual room to give to your students. So in the quizzes, you're not just only can log in and become the students, but also you can create your own quizzes. It means that when you create your own quizzes, you can be creative for the tool and the quizzes and also the content of the quizzes that you want to use. Besides that, it can be used like in a virtual room to give to your students. And then next, for the example, the teacher can invite students to play quizzes on transitions or linking words to know whether they are able to use transitions to show contrast. Quizzes can also be used in the learning or post-learning stage as exercise or formative assessment. So here with the quizzes, I think you will give the engage activity can make the students engage their intention in learning, so it will not feel bored, or maybe your students will feel like playing a game while learning something. So I think Quizziz is one of the great application, online application, which can help students to engage their learning activity while do the game. And next one, how to use Quizziz. In this slide, my friends will explain the steps about how to use a Quizziz, and also in this slide, we will show you the screenshot of the use of Quizziz. So, Kak Edjo.
Thank you, Finka. And now, guys, I will explain about the step for you. The first step is you have to go to www.quizziz.com and sign up to be able to click the Get Started button. You can pay attention to the picture. And the second step, you can use existing quizzes by clicking the search for quizzes or create your own quiz by hitting Create panel. Make sure that your quiz meets the learning objective. The third steps, enter the name for the quiz and use image to lift up the visualization. And then the next steps, create questions and answers. You need to create one correct answer by clicking the incorrect icon next to the correct answer. For the next step, my friends will explain more.
Thank you, Kak Edjo. So the next step is click New Question to add more questions and repeat step 4. And the next step is click the button Finish in the top right corner to save the quiz. And the next, add context to your quiz by selecting the grand range, subjects, and topics. And the last step is play live, to invite your students to play and homework for them to learn individually. So the last slide is conclusion. So we can conclude that before, when we learn and teach grammar, we need to pay attention to the other aspect as well. Finally, it is essential to provide a motivating learning environment, which is essential in acquiring new languages. Game encourage and motivate students to achieve the desired learning goals. Teachers can apply gamification elements to meet the learning objectives. There are a lot of applications to implement gamification in language learning. One of them is Quizziz. Quizziz can also be used in learning or post-learning stage as exercise or formatting exercise. So thank you for your attention, guys. Our group member, Clara Edjo, Aurelius Santotinus Agung, and I'm Modesta Yuni Agudiana and Margaretha Maria. Thank you for your attention, guys.
Okay.